Okay, so in this problem, we are given the general formula for Runge Kutta method order 4, and we are given a very particular initial value problem. So y prime equal y plus t over y minus t, and the initial value is y0 is y at time is 0 equal 1. And we try to compute y1, yeah? y1 is approximately the value at y at 0.2 when the step h is 0.2. So this one is h is the step size, yeah? And now we apply the formula for n equals 0. So for n equals 0, then you have xi1 will equal y0, and y0 is the initial data just equal 1. Okay? And then xi2, so xi2 will be y0 plus h over 2 f at t0 xi1. Okay? And now before we plug in the number, let we put in the function f first. So the function f will be, so y, instead of y now we have xi1. So you have xi1 plus t0 and over xi1 minus t0. Okay? And now we plug in the number. So y0 is 1, and then you have h is 0.2 divided by 2, and xi1 is y0 is 1 plus t0 is 0. So t0 is the initial time. So 0, and xi1 is 1 minus 0. And so this one will equal 1 plus 0.1 times 1. So equal 1.1. Okay? And then you have xi3. So you have xi3 will equal this formula. So for n equals 0, so y0 plus h over 2 f at t0 plus h over 2 xi2. Okay? And now we replace the function f by the right hand side here. So you have y0 plus h over 2. And now instead of y, we have xi2. And instead of plus t, now you have to plus t0 plus h over 2. And here you have xi2 minus t0 minus h over 2. Okay, because the time now is t0 plus h over 2. And now you plug in the number. So y0 is 1, and h0 over 2 is 0.1. And now xi2, okay, so now xi2 is here. So xi2 is 1.1 plus 0. So plus 0, we don't write 0, but h over 2, so h over 2 is 0.1. And here you have xi2 is 1.1 minus 0, so minus h over 2 is minus 0.1. And now this one gives you 1 plus 0.1 time, so this one is 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 0.1 is 1. So this one is just 1.2. So it gives you 1 plus 0.12. So what is 1.12? Okay. And then similarly, you can compute xi4. So xi4 will be, you use this formula. So y0 plus h over 2 f at, so this is your xi4, yeah? So t0 plus h over 2 xi3. Okay? And if you do the same, so you have y0 here plus h over 2, and so this one will be the formula for the function f. So xi3 plus t0 plus h over 2 minus, well, not minus, but divided by xi3 minus t0 minus h over 2. And you plug in all the numbers, then you get xi4 will equal 1.2392158. So you can put in the calculator. And once you have xi1, xi2, xi3, xi4, then you can use the last formula to compute y1. So assume that you have all the value, then you can have y1 is just equal y0 plus h over 6 and f at t0 xi1 plus 2f t0 plus h over 2 xi2 plus 2f t0 plus h over 2 xi3 plus f t0 plus h xi4. And you can put all the numbers in because xi1 is given at 1, xi2 is 1.1, xi3 is 1.12, xi4 is 1.23, and so on. And then you plug in all the numbers, and then in the end you will get y1 is about 1.23925354. Okay.